Yo, what is good, everybody? It is KJ, and I am back with PPL Flare Week 6. So we are 3-2 plus 7, I believe, after last week's game. If you didn't see the game, I'm about to spoil it, but Gren popped the hell off. But anyway, we are facing Helios this week, and they've got a super scary team. You can see the mons that I think they could bring on the bottom. I think they're probably going to bring, but just looking at the screen and seeing their team, on top of those 6 that I think they're going to bring, they also could bring Rillaboom. They could bring mons that are super bulky like the Palossand and the Uxie. They could also bring Crocolore, which kind of does sit in front of our, in front of quite a few of our mons. Like, this is going to be a rough match, but I think I've brought mons that are well equipped and prepared to deal with this team. So first, we are bringing, and I will say this is something I'm not usually a fan of, but because of Regenerator, I'll make an exception. We are bringing Life Orb, Cyclizar. So the reason I'm not usually a fan is because it does have U-turn, but we'll recover off the damage, so it's fine. But yeah, honestly, this thing is just here to kind of be annoying and hit things pretty hard. The overheat is there for the Scizor, which you can probably expect. But honestly, knock plus overheat, spin, and U-turn is just really nice into this team. Spin is going to be pretty huge considering they have some absolutely fantastic hazard setters, especially with the clicks a button and sets hazards mon in Samurott Hisui. So yeah, I'm hoping that Cyclizar is just pretty solid here. It might end up being my lead. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but we'll see. We'll see, because hopefully, in a dream scenario, the Enamorus does not come, and I guess it's not really a dream scenario, but like, if they brought Rillaboom, then maybe we can lead this and not necessarily be afraid of like a Scarf set, but I don't know. It's just, this is a tough matchup. But anyway, next we do have the Greninja, and we are Expert Belt with Protean this week. Water Shuriken is really good into this team. We have Extra Sensory specifically for the Sneasler. We've got U-turn just because we want to be able to pivot out on stuff, and we have the Gunk Shot for the Enamorus. So that's kind of my thinking. I think that Water Shuriken would be really nice, especially later game, to be able to kind of just pick off stuff like the Lycanroc or something like that. Like, this is a weird build. I also built this quite a few days ago because I was like super swamped between work and life stuff, and then I got sick. So yeah, it's gonna be a little crazy, and I'm gonna have to like kind of get myself back in the mindset of playing with this team. But again, we are mixed here, so we are minus Spadef. We do have some attack investment. We have special attack investment as well, and obviously we've got some speed investment there too. So next we have the Belly Bolt. Now, Belly Bolt is leftovers here, and I did end up switching to Static. Originally, I was going to be the one that charges like the electric moves, but I thought that Static just fit better considering he has quite a few physical attackers. If we could snag a power on something, that'd be great. But Acid Spray is here specifically for being able to weaken the Jolteon, especially if it terrors into grass. So grass or water could come. I think grass is more likely here. But that's kind of, it's kind of tough because either way, Ogerpon does well into it. So water could come, but honestly, this Jolteon wants a way to get rid of the Mamoswine that I have on my team. So it's going to be tearing into one of those types. But the idea here is Acid Spray, I believe, will bring this into range of like a 2-hit KO if he Terra Grasses. So that's going to be pretty hype. If he doesn't Terra Grass, we do have Muddy Water, and otherwise we're just going to have to kind of keep clicking Acid Spray. It's kind of, this matchup is rough. This matchup is really rough. Next, we have the Colbur Berry on the Goldango, and this Goldango is EV'd to basically be able to take some hits from the Samurott and still be able to click Focus Blast and hit it. With that plus the dual stabs here, I think we're just in a pretty solid spot. This thing is also, for better or worse, if they don't bring Fling on the Sneasler, then this is our check to Sneasler as well. So that is something to keep in mind. But yeah, or this is one of the checks to Sneasler. I do worry that, like, with how offensive their team is, I kind of built very defensively, but we'll see what happens. Next, we have the Mold Breaker. Always Mold Breaker, but Ogerpon-Heathflame. And the reason I'm pointing out Mold Breaker is because they do have an Unaware Mon. The Unaware Mon is Crocalor. If Crocalor comes and we get an SD up, we can still hit it without having to worry about Unaware. So I'm not too worried about that. We have Knockoff to just kind of remove items that are going to make things annoying for this. We have Horn Leech to recover. We have Ivy Cudgel. We have SD. It's pretty standard. And we're making sure that we outspeed the... Enamorous, because honestly, I don't... Like, there's no world in which I'm going to prey on a speed tie. Like, I'd rather have the extra bulk for other games. Other scenarios, rather. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Wheezing. We are Rocky Helmet. We do have Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Flamethrower, and Psybeam. So Will-O-Wisp, just being able to burn quite a few things that want to come in here would be really nice. Pain Split, just to recover up. We do have Rocky Helmet because Sneasler and the Lycanroc and the Scizor, all these different things are threats, and Wheezing is going to be what switches in on most of them. So just being able to get some extra chip is going to be really nice, and being able to burn something or being able to click Will-O-Wisp to just, or Pain Split to just get our health back will be really nice. So yeah, this is the team. Again, I am not super confident in this. I think this team might be a little too defensive, and my opponent's team is hella offensive. So we will catch y'all for the match. All right, so we are back, and yeah, I'm still hella nervous. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am hella nervous because, yeah, my head is not in this one. I will be totally honest. So let's see what they bring. I see the Uxie. No Lycanroc, thank goodness. I hate facing that Mon. Okay, so everything I expected except the Lycanroc. Instead, there's a Uxie, which can be annoying. Uxie can be very, very, very annoying. So we need to figure out what kind of Uxie it is, but that's something that I think we'll probably figure out sooner rather than later. There is a part of me that wants to lead Goldango, because we do have Colbur. There's a part of me that wants to lead Goldango. I think this is what I want to do. I think this is the safest lead. Yeah, I think Goldango is my safest lead just because looking at his team, Goldango doesn't die to anything. And I'm most worried about a potential, like, Scarf Enamorous lead. That could be really scary. Scarf Enamorous could be really, really scary. But we're going to see what they bring. Good luck, have fun to Helios, and let's do this. Ooh, I like the trainer card. I like the trainer card. Okay, let's see what they lead. Ooh, they lead Scizor. Okay. I kind of want to Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball here. We'll get some information on what their switch in is going to be. Oh, they stay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we see that they do have knock, and that brings us down to 281 through our Colbur. So that's 26%. So they might just be max attack. So if we don't have Culver anymore, what is that doing to us? Okay, we're recovering off enough every time. I kind of want to... If they're SD, that could be pretty bad. I just thought about that. Okay, they just click U-turn. Nice. Okay, so we get that recover off. That's pretty clutch. I think they are just standard adamant. So that's good to note. They could be boots. That is also something to keep in mind, but... Samudram. Yeah, I love that nickname. That is an incredible nickname. Okay, so Samurai Hisui comes out. I low-key want to Focus Blast this. I don't want this thing to get free hazards up. I really don't. I don't want this thing to get free hazards up. I can't let this thing get free hazards up. And, like, if we connect here and they're offensive... Oh, they flip turn. Oh, they're trying to keep us in the cycle. Okay. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting the flip turn there. So what comes out now? Back into the Scizor. Okay. And we hit the Focus Blast, so that's clutch. Now let's go into our Weezing. Let's go into our Weezing here. Let's go into our Weezing here. I do have to keep in mind, we need to keep this thing healthy. And we need to keep Weezing healthy for the damn Sneasler. Sneasler is also very scary. Okay, so Weezing comes in. U-turn. He's going to take Helmet Chip, which is beautiful. Uxie might come in. Jolteon might come in. I don't think Scizor comes in. What is this? This is the Uxie, okay. I kind of want to go Gren on this. Let's go Gren on this and, like, start getting some of our own momentum, I think. We definitely don't want to take a Psychic or anything like that. Ooh, Reflect comes out. Okay, that's a little scary. Reflect is a little scary. We U-turn on this. Reflect is a little scary. We know this thing isn't policy. I kind of want to just... Yeah, let's set up Ogerpon. Let's set up Ogerpon. Because, like, honestly, they're setting up screens. We knock something's item off. What switches into this? Let's knock off. Worst case, we knock this thing's Light Clay off. Whew, okay, so I'm gonna have to deal with screens. That's kind of annoying. Screens into my team is pretty annoying. Especially because we're not toxic on the Belly Bolt. Okay, so we get an item. We're taking something's item. He might just sack the... Ooh, we get this. I'm very okay with that. It is Scarf. It was Scarf, rather. Okay, so if Samurott is Scarf, I'm going to assume that it's Max. What is this thing doing to Ogerpon? And then they're behind Reflect. I guess go back into Weezing. Yeah. I am glad I decided to click Knock there. Scarf Samurott was a very interesting bring. I was not expecting that. They click Ceaseless. It misses. I am sorry. We can Will-O-Wisp here. They click Ceaseless again. That's going to hurt. They get spikes up. And we hit the Will-O-Wisp. Whew. Okay. This thing's burned. That's really nice. This thing being burned is amazing for us. So I think we want to go into this. This being our Cyclizar. They're about to put me in a very interesting spot. They click Flip Turn, though. They click Ceaseless again. Oh, beautiful. Okay, that's perfect. That is perfect. So we get to spin. And honestly, even if this is all Cycle does here, spinning here is so nice. We're taking a little bit of damage. Ceaseless won't kill us. Ooh. Okay. So this is the plan. I think we spin again. And this lets us go. Okay, also, we get to see. Hold on. I should also check. How many turns has it been? Okay, so it is 8. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's spin. We let Cyclizar go down. But then that gets us free into Ogerpon. Yeah. Okay, they switch. Ah, smart. So, Cycle, it's Cute Charm too. Okay. Is this Keyberry? It is Keyberry, okay. That's cool. Keyberry is cool. But Reflect is gone. And honestly, what is stopping me from just going into... I don't necessarily want to do that. What's stopping me from going into Ogerpon here? So, like, we know it's Keyberry. So, that is one thing to keep in mind. Keyberry and Amorous is cool. That is really cool. They're no longer behind Reflect, but they are at +1. We are faster than this, though. So that is something to keep in mind. They no longer have Reflect. Spikes are gone, which is beautiful. We just click Cudgel. Because we could also crit. That's a little scary. That is a little scary. We do have Water Shuriken in the back. But I don't think there's anything this thing can do that would be able to kill Ogerpon in a hit. Oh, it crits too. That's... Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Ogerpon, please. Nice. Whew. That was scary. That was really scary. I mean, we always had Water Shuriken in the back, but still, that was terrifying. So, what comes in now? Because of that crit, we're in Jolteon range, which is rough. Oh, this is... Okay, this is this thing. Do we Horn Leech to get some health back here? Or do we SD? No, we knock off. We knock to make sure that their Light Clay is gone. Yeah. Yep. Well, they go Light Screen first. Interesting. I'm gonna SD. They get Reflect up. That's fine. It's only 5 turns. I probably could have SD'd again, but let's see what they go into. So Scizzor's low. Scizor is low. Enamorus is gone. Okay, so it's Jolteon. Okay, it's literally Jolteon and freaking Sneasler. Oh, Sneasler is going to be such a problem. Sneasler is such an issue. Sneasler is such an issue. Okay, so they only have a couple of turns of Reflect. Achoo. What is this? Okay, so this is the Sneasler. So Dire Claw kills us. But also if this thing SDs, I'm in a bad spot, I think. No, I think I always go into Weezing. I can't get greedy. I have to go into Weezing. I have to go into Weezing because even Adamant, I think we're okay. Yeah, okay, yep. Dire Claw. They take Helmet Chip. We can Pain Split. So we're going to see what this thing planned to do for Weezing. He withdraws. Okay. I may have wanted... Oh, I think... Oh, no, I might get some health back here. Nope, I lost 3%. Rip. I lost 3% on that. That's unfortunate. Ooh, them getting rocks up is not, or spikes up is not great. I'm gonna go hard into Ogerpon here. I'm gonna go hard into Ogerpon here. I don't want to take any more chip on the Weezing. I'm not entirely convinced they're not Scarf on the Sneasler. So Sneasel's Edge comes out. That still does a bunch, even with them being burned. Holy crap. That is absurd. Okay, so we're going to at least recover some of this back. The Reflect is gone, which is nice. Yeah, so Ogerpon's about to get potentially another kill. Yeah. Okay. Trying to think. I think this time I attack. I don't want to let them... Yep. Because they expected, yeah. Oh, this is the Jolteon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I had to attack this time because if they were SD, I didn't want them to get that attack off. Holy crap. Yep. That was the right call, I think. Yeah. So we're just going to cudgel again. If they SD, they SD. We're faster. We are faster than this. What? Yo, Ogerpon's about to get 6 kills. I never expected us to be faster. Wow. Holy crap. Yo, Ogerpon putting in work. Holy crap. This bullet punch shouldn't do a bunch. Yeah. Yo, Ogerpon doing all the work. Holy crap. So we're going to get a 5-0 dub. Yo, shout out to Ogerpon. But yo, GG to my opponent, Helios. Please go check them out. Their channel will be in the description below. Also, again, that's a dope trainer card. We're going to move to 4-2, y'all. So thank you, everybody. I will catch y'all on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.